Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you here today as we continue on with WWE Survivor Series 2018 coverage. This week on Raw and SmackDown, we had a big group of the men's Survivor Series tag team match named. Honestly, SmackDown came out and they named their whole entire team. They came up with co-captains of Daniel Bryan and The Miz, which is a little bit weird, concerning that they were just feuding just back at SummerSlam through Hell in the Cell. They had a mixed tags match, including both of their wives, before paying off with Daniel Bryan finally getting a win over The Miz. The first act as co-captains, Daniel Bryan and The Miz, were able to add Shane McMahon to their team, the new WWE best in the world after winning the WWE World Cup at the Saudi Arabia show over there in Saudi Arabia. Added to the team was Rey Mysterio and Samoa Joe to finish out the SmackDown team. All in all, by looking at the SmackDown team, this is quite possibly the best team that I think that could have been named. You can look at all 5 of these competitors, and at least 4 of them are bona fide, true main eventers that could go after AJ Styles' championship and sort of be looked at as real, competitors to go after the title. Shane McMahon is a guy who pops up every year, basically at Survivor Series, at WrestleMania. He had that one match at Hell in the Cell against Kevin Owens. It looks like SmackDown honestly put together a really good team that I would be really surprised if they did not win this match. When you look over at the Monday Night Raw team, everything's a little bit thrown up in the air. I honestly can tell you that I thought they named all 5 members of the team. It was Kurt Angle and Baron Corbin, both, saying that they wanted to be the captain of the team. Kurt Angle ended up having a match against Drew McIntyre, where Drew McIntyre ended up being the guy who got the win. I thought that just sort of made Baron Corbin the captain, but I didn't know that it meant Kurt Angle was not going to be on the team. So as of now, I thought Raw was going to be Baron Corbin, Kurt Angle, Braun Strowman, Drew McIntyre, and Dolph Ziggler. All in all, honestly, they honestly went out. They created a team where everybody hated each other. You've got Kurt Angle, you've got Baron Corbin, both fighting over to be who the real general manager of Raw is. You've got Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler, who basically felt dumped by Braun Strowman, who felt like they were fighting as a team. And the first time that Braun Strowman got a chance to go after the WWE Championship, decided he didn't need to have them anymore. So you've got Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler trying to prove themselves as being the true main eventers that didn't need Braun Strowman, while Braun Strowman's constantly having to fight this battle in the background. It seems that there is 2 Raw team member spots still left open. Honestly, in my mind, if it's not going to be filled by Kurt Angle and Baron Corbin, the first people that came to my mind was Finn Balor and Bobby Lashley, possibly the 2 biggest members of the Raw team. And then even if you put that together of having Finn Balor, Drew McIntyre, Braun Strowman, Dolph Ziggler, and Bobby Lashley going up against this SmackDown team, there's no way in the world in my mind that this team honestly has a chance. I don't understand how Monday Night Raw, who is looked at as the A team, can put together a team that is honestly this bad. I know that, the Crown Jewel was just main evented by The Undertaker, Kane, Shawn Michaels, and Triple H. Triple H is out with injury. Shawn and Taker possibly not coming back. But when did Monday Night Raw become this so watered down that, they don't really have any stars to put together a real team to go up against SmackDown, when SmackDown honestly has 5 real fan favorites they're going to be able to go against them. Back during the Superstar Shakeup, I made 2 videos, basically both of them hyping up members that I thought people that should have been drafted from Raw to go to SmackDown, and people that from SmackDown that should have been drafted to Raw, where I really would have thought it really would have helped their careers. And Finn Balor is a guy that I honestly can't remember it getting really any wins on the Monday Night Raw brand since the Superstars shakeup. This guy is really just fallen down in favor, and Finn Balor, I think, is honestly one of the most fan favorite people that there is in WWE. A guy who's going to be able to sell a t-shirt even when he's not winning matches. Finn Balor came to WWE with such high hopes of being the superstar of tomorrow, and for some reason, we've just never seen it come to be. So, honestly, right now, looking at this before Monday Night Raw and they filled these final 2 spots, I don't know who's out there to fill them. I mean, Seth Rollins is going to be going up against Nakamura for the Intercontinental versus United States Championship. Dean Ambrose is out there, but Ambrose's storyline basically right now, why would he fight for Monday Night Raw? It's a lot like last year when Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn were 2 of the biggest people on the SmackDown brand, but they were coming right off of Hell in the Cell. And why would they team with Team SmackDown and team with Shane McMahon, somebody they're feuding with at the time? So that really doesn't make sense. So what I'm basically trying to get to is that at Survivor Series, I honestly don't think that Monday Night Raw has a prayer.